Hi guys, welcome to Scales Rising Tarot. We are going to do just a general message, all signs, Aries through Pisces, just whatever you need to know. I'm probably going to call this my whatever goes, whatever flows. Alright, so let's get into it. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Alright, do not make the story fit. And check your other placements and see what you have in there. All right, let's see what we have for Aries. I feel like you're wanting some kind of balance within a situation. You know, you're looking for some kind of clarity. You know, what that situation is probably something that inspires you. You know, something that you're willing to give to. Something that makes you happy. But I feel like you're making some kind of judgment call to turn some kind of tide within this situation. You know, especially if it has to do with your love life or a relationship you're in. You know, I feel like it's kind of like an in and out energy, you know, and intuitively, I think deep down you really know that, you know, you want some, I feel like you're dealing with some kind of player. You know, you want some truth, you want some justice, you want some clarity within the situation. You want to know if you're the only one that's giving and taking to this situation. Is this really going to make me happy? You know, do I need to make a judgment call? Do I need to change this up? Focus on what kind of relationship that makes me happy, you know? Especially if you're dealing with a player and you intuitively know that they're a player. You know, maybe you feel like they're not putting any work or effort towards a commitment towards you. You know, that they're lying, going behind your back. They're looking at other options. You know, maybe they're looking at a different direction to go. Maybe you are. I feel like you need to take a time out. You need to focus more on nurturing yourself. Maybe get out with friends. Go do something. Go change something up within your house. You know, do stuff that sparks your interest. You know. I feel like it's taking a leap of faith to start your own beginnings, your own chapters. But I feel like you're constantly stuck in your head about indecision. Should I leave this out in the cold? Should I not? Should I, you know, what should I do? Kind of energy. And I think you should take some time to nurture yourself, you know, focus on the things in your life you want to create. Maybe you should change your perspective. Pull your energy back, especially when it comes to instability within something. Alright. What does the romance angel have to tell you? You know, maybe you need to focus on your financial and career at this time. You know, building that foundation. You know, stop worrying about this player that's coming in and out of your life, you know, especially if there's a lot of deception within that. You know, maybe you should take that time to go out and flirt. You know? You know, spend time with your friends. You know, I think by focusing on your finances and your career, spending time with your friends, that brings in your soulmate. It cuts out the deception within yourself. Let's see what the spirits have to tell you. You know, find some kind of forgiveness within this situation. You know, but express your passions. And, you know, have a little faith and trust. Alright, that's what I have for you, Aries. We are now moving on to Taurus. For Taurus. Alright, one more shuffle, Spirit. One more shuffle. We have for Taurus. We have for Taurus. I think you're looking for some kind of peace. You know, you're hoping things change. You're hoping things, you know, change in your favor. I feel like you spend a lot of time thinking about things, you know, especially when it comes to some kind of conflict that you're dealing with, you know, and maybe you're holding on to it, whatever this is for you. You know, you're solely focused on all this conflict, this betrayal, but I feel like deep down you really just, you want to move into some kind of calmer waters. You want things to change, especially when it comes between you and a lover. You know, a lover that maybe has been hiding stuff from you, following their own enlightened path. You know, but I feel like you're starting to look at things a little bit differently. You know, learning how to set your boundaries, your standards. You know, especially when you feel like things have been hidden from you. You know, and somebody's not, or somebody's holding some kind of emotion from you. Like, they're not being loving, they're not being open, they're not being considerate, you know. But I feel like you're having some kind of victory over your emotions. You know, I think this is an opportunity that you're not really willing to look at, you know. And I feel like you're starting to find a strength to chase after your own dreams. You know, move towards your own happiness, your own... I feel like this is more about moving on. You know, what do you see that makes you emotionally happy? You know, and setting your sights on that. And I feel like you're strongly starting to make a judgment call, you know. Especially if you feel like you've been trapped in your head for so long. Or you feel like you've been trapped by a circumstance. But it's one of those, do I work on this? Do I let this go? Is this worth salvaging? You know? And I think you're quietly contemplating that, you know? Maybe looking for some kind of sign. You know, listening to some kind of message. But I don't think you're willing to nurture any more deception or lies that come into your life. feel like you need to get out there. You need to flirt. You need to maybe not flirt, so to say. Get out there, but be more lighthearted. Be more energetic to yourself. Maybe you need to flirt with yourself. You know? And I think by starting to visualize what you want out of a relationship, it starts to bring that in. You know? And I feel like whatever situation that's going on, you know, maybe it does feel a little bit unrequited. And I feel like, you know, this is maybe a soulmate to teach you a lesson. You know, is this worth reconciliation, or is it something that you want to move on to? Do you want to have something new in your life? You know, I think this is about healing things within your life, especially with this healing family issues. You know, maybe this is something you've seen your parents go through and you don't want to go through. Alright. What does spirits have to tell you? What does the angels have to tell you? Dharma unfolding. You know, I think one step at a time brings you to some kind of happiness. You know, I think you need to... A lot of this is about, you know, healing past wounds, healing family wounds. You know, also getting out there and getting grounded, you know. Taurus is an earth sign. You know, maybe we need to spend some time in nature. You know, and understand that I think Spirit's putting all this to remove some kind of obstacles to give you some healing within yourself. All right, that's what I have for you. All right, moving on to Geminis. What do we have for the Geminis? I'm not taking a minute to collect all these cards. I hope all you Geminis are doing well. Alright, what do we have for Geminis? What do we have for the Geminis? You coming in to offer something? Somebody coming in to offer you. You're looking at multiple options. What is this, Gemini? I feel like the more options you offer to, the more chaos that you're going through. You know? I feel like this is... You know, more like creating your own world. Maybe you're coming into... I feel like this is you. I feel like you want to offer something. I don't know what that something is, but you're looking at all options. You know, there's something that came crashing down that you're wanting to bring some kind of nurture to. And, you know, I feel like you're using every tool you can. You know, you're wanting to take some kind of leap of faith towards that. I feel like you've been solely focused on whatever toxicity is brought into your life that, you know, maybe now it's starting to make you a stronger person. You know, maybe you've been so focused on being unstable and all the conflict that are bringing into your life that, you know, it's time to change that. It's time to start to feel lucky. You're waiting for those tides to come in. think this is more about transforming your own fears, you know, especially when it comes to addictions, overabundance of things. Maybe trying to find some kind of new perspective on how to communicate, how to change things, maybe how you bring love into a situation. But I see you're really, really guarded with that, you know, but you're wanting to create something new. I feel like this is, I think you're walking towards change. You know, I feel like you are starting to understand your emotions a little bit more. You know, you've been holding on to burdens for so long. And you're starting to become like more emotionally aware, you know. So you're starting to heal, and you're starting to understand how to plant seeds, how to water them, how to make them grow, you know. And I think it's more about walking away from certain circumstances. Maybe there's an environment you need to get out of, especially if it was an unhealthy marriage or an unhealthy relationship. Alright, let's see what the Romance Oracle has to tell you. I think it starts by trusting, you know, having a little faith in yourself. You know, especially if it's somebody that you've known before, you know, maybe somebody that you have children with. You know, I feel like I feel like whoever this is that you're wanting to offer something up to, you know, that or is wanting to come to you, I think they're trying to trust. I think it's something that with the past life relationship and children and religious factors, like maybe there's things that have held you apart that you need to sort out within yourselves. You know, maybe it's understanding your own family dynamic, your own issues. But I see reconciliation, you just have to have an open mind towards it, you know, and maybe give that relationship a chance. Alright, let's see what the spirits tell you. Humanity and belovedness. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and the others, and see the light in the world. You know, I think it's more about trusting that you do deep down have good inside of you. You know, I think you need to have that inner strength to move towards that. And start to discover, you know, parts of you that you felt like was missing for a long time. You know, and stand strong. You know, speak your truth. If somebody tries to hold you back from that, tell them no. They don't control your life. Alright, that's what I have for you, Geminis. We're now moving on to the Kansas, the beautiful Cancerians. I feel like this is, like, for Geminis, it's a shift in their reality. Alright, what do we have for Cancers? What do we have for Cancers? Alright, one more. What do we have for Cancers? We have the Nine of Cups. I feel like you're coming in with some kind of change. Maybe a creative outlook. Maybe you're being a little open to love. You know, but King of Cups here in reverse, I feel like, you know, alright. I feel like you're being closed off to love, actually. I feel like if anybody tries to come in, you know, with you, with a love offer, you're like, no, I'm over here focused on my money, my inspirations, my dreams, goals. That's what I'm holding on to right now. I'm not digging this, especially if they bring in any kind of toxicity, you know, any kind of third parties. I feel like you're cutting that shit out. You're just, no, I don't really want it. You know, I feel like that's a judgment call that you've made. You know, I think you're open to something new moving forward. I feel like you're having, like, you've taken some time out to focus on the things that have not made you happy in the past. And I feel like you're walking away from a lot of that. You know, you're starting to manifest and you have the Five of Cups. I feel like somebody's trying to manifest you. I feel like somebody's trying to manifest some kind of regret. You know, somebody from the past, whoever this Nine of Cups is here. But I think Spirit's trying to tell you to stay guarded, be on guard. You know, focus on your own financial gain. You know, I feel like this person is undecided, but intuitively, you know, I don't think it's worth the conflict or the pain. I feel like you just are having the strength to focus on your own celebrations at this time, you know? I think you're tipping your scales and passing on whatever opportunities, especially if it's with an asshole. Or some kind of past lover. Good for you, Cancers. Good for you. Alright, let's see what the romance angels want to tell you. Honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday together. I think this is more about, you know, maybe you need to go on a vacation, a retreat, disconnect from the world for a little bit. You know, I think this is more about finding things that you're attracted to, that you're passionate about. You know? Maybe finding time to open your heart. You know, focusing on your kids, your children. You know? Express your love in the right way. I think this is the universe telling you that it is okay to start opening up again. You know, maybe that past situation or whoever that past person is, you know, maybe there was some kind of influence within your children that's been holding you back, you know, but I feel like it's trying to tell you get out in the world, like really out in the world, you know, disconnect from your phones, your tablets, you know, see what inspires you, see what you're attracted to, you know, find that passion and say yes to it. Alright, let's the angels have to tell you? You know, get grounded. You know, focus your intentions. What do you have your sights set on? You know, and learn how to forgive. And transcendence above. You know, I think it's rising above all of like that past pain. All right, that's what I got for you. Moving on to Leos. My lovely Leos. Alright. For Leos. We're going for the Leos. We're for Leo. Ooh, chilling in the devil energy. I feel like there's some kind of toxicity that you've been given to. You know, maybe it's a person or place that you've been listening to. You know, I feel like it's immature conversations about how to love, to bring in, you know. It's kind of in and out, not really going anywhere, you know. I feel like this has been like your emotional support at the time, some kind of toxicity that you've been given into, a toxic person. I feel like whatever communication you've been receiving isn't really enough. Like, the love isn't really there, and if it's there, it's not very strong. You know, but for some reason you see some kind of happiness within this, you know. It's a soulmate to you, something that you want to work with. You feel like maybe they're working with somebody else. I see you kind of walking away from this, you know. Maybe focusing on your own home. I feel like whoever this devil is, or whoever you see the devil is somebody that used to make you really happy, but you're insanely guarded right now. You know, I feel like they've been giving and communicating to somebody else. And maybe you've been getting some sporadic communication. But I feel like it's something you're trying to walk away from. I think you're starting to understand, you know, what a home situation should look like. But I feel like whatever this is, you're putting some kind of into it. I think you're focusing more on your money, career goals, you know. I feel like this situation left you trapped for a long time. A really long time. You know, continuously focusing on the past. You know, I think Spirit's trying to get you to focus somewhere else. You know, I think they're trying to nudge you into a different direction. You know, trying to teach you how to be more stubborn with the energy that you give. You know, there's a lot of aces here. It's a lot of change, new beginnings, you know. But I feel like you're starting to stand in your own power with that Strength card here. You know, maybe having a little regret of giving too much into this situation, but I mean, I feel like you want to just kind of move past the conflict. I don't think you really just want to be emotionally available right at the moment. Like, maybe you feel like it's a burden that you've gone back and forth with. I think Spirit's telling you to, you know, focus on you at the moment. Like, I think this is a lot about releasing the past and focusing on new things, new starts. You know, what sparks your interest? Where do you want to plant your seed? What do you really want your heart to go? Who do you want to give your heart to? Type of energy. Alright, let's see what the Romance Oracle says. Give your relationship a chance. Romantic feelings. And flirt. I feel like there's somebody out there that you're wanting to give a chance to, you know, but you need to express how you're feeling about that. Maybe go out and flirt with them a little bit. You know, stay optimistic. Maybe you guys should get out and go do something, you know? I feel like being open and honest about the way you feel starts strong foundations. You know? Honeymoon card doesn't mean that you have to, like, actually physically go out, but I think it's more like, spend some time with each other. You know, have that heart-to-heart conversation, really get to know each other. Alright. What does the angels have to tell you? Divination, trust your spiritual guidance, care and compassion. You know, maybe you should show yourself a little bit more compassion. Karma releasing, move past the drama. Cosmic gateway, your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring, so, you know, are you starting to look at things differently? You know, especially how you bring in love, how you receive love, how you want to be loved. All right, Leos, that's what I have for you. Ooh. All right, moving on to Virgo. What do we got for Virgo? Virgo, what do we have for Virgo? What do we have for Virgos? I don't know, I'm starving. So maybe Virgos are hungry right now. Yes, literally hit me. Alright, one more for Virgo. I hope all the Virgos are having a good day today. I just did your read today, so go make sure you go check that out. Alright. What do we have for Virgos? Change in fate. You know, I feel like you're trying to change the tides, you know. You want some kind of victory within something, but I feel like there's a lot of options out there. You know, maybe you're focused, you want some kind of victory to heal something. But you're not really quite sure in which direction to go. Whatever that is for you. I think you're trying to use every tool you have possible. You know, but I feel like I don't know, you want some kind of celebration, some kind of new beginning and something. You know, it's solely what you're focused on, your wish fulfillment. I feel like you move in that way, in that direction. You know, I don't think you're looking at anything else. You're just solely focused on this. And it probably has something to do with some kind of family situation. You know, I'm not talking like marriage or anything like that. I'm talking like family. You know, somewhere where you want to work. Where you want to put work towards. You know. I feel like you're being honest about yourself about what this means. You know, maybe making some kind of decision to finally be honest and truthful. You know, especially around a home dynamic that's caused a lot of pain. You know, I think it's something you want to be compassionate about. But I really hope, I think you're waiting for, you know, some kind of lucky situation. You know, some kind of victory after that battle. But I feel like the road is a little bit murky right now. You know, you're wanting to heal something with somebody. Manifest some kind of celebration, start some kind of new beginning. You know, maybe this person is not looking at the opportunity. They're focused on their own goals in their own life. And they've set some kind of boundary. And I think they've chosen just to not entertain this. You know, maybe whatever this was really painful. I feel like you need to take a retreat from the world. You know, if you're trying to call in some kind of soulmate, there's something in your family you need to heal. You know, especially if you're looking at this person like they're their true love. You know, you got engagement and honeymoon. So maybe it's about having some kind of higher commitment. You know, I think you're starting to be more awake to accepting, to giving and receiving. You know, but I still feel like you need to take that time to heal your family issues. You know, show yourself a little bit care and compassion within this situation. You know, I feel like you're starting to call in a true soulmate, but maybe you need to take some time to go within. All right, Virgos, that's what I have for you. All right, moving on to Libras. For Libra. What do we have for Libra? Tell me about Libras. What do we have for Libra? I feel like whatever financial issues you're having right now, you're trying to remain optimistic about it. You know? I feel like you're still trying to pour love into situations. You know, you're focused on your creativity. You know, starting new chapters, especially for stuff that, you know, kind of lights that fire within yourself. You know, with the Justice card, I feel like this is more you standing in your power. You know, I think you're starting to handle things a little bit more emotionally mature. You know, finding inspiration in little things. And I feel like it's, you know, about, like you're starting to communicate that. You know? I like working with some kind of team, you know, brings balance to your situation. It's like that equal give and take. I give a little, you give a little. You know, about putting that grind in. You know, I think you're viewing things very differently right now. I think you're hoping that your wishes are finally going to start coming in. You know, the things you've been working for, the goals. You know? I think you're walking towards ending something. You know? The Death card. I feel like you're plotting some kind of like movement forward. You know, I think it's something that you've made a judgment call. I think you're opening to listening to conversations, or just open to listening to some kind of communication. But I feel like things are happening really fast, or they're going to happen really fast. You know, and that's going to transform your home life and the people you draw in, you know. It's just all in good time. But what I feel like you need to put an end to is just being guarded to whatever the outcome is. Calling in your soulmates. Wedding. You deserve love, attraction, reconciliation. Express your love. Alright. I'm not saying go back to an ex. I'm not even saying this is about ex. But what I'm saying, calling in your soulmate, wedding, you deserve love, attraction, and reconciliation. So I feel like with calling in your soulmate, it's calling in the soulmates that you want to surround your life, you know, because this is a general read, and you know, there's a lot of emotion, a lot of work, a lot of fire on the board. But I think putting the work and effort into that helps build something stronger. But I think you need to open to the fact that you do deserve love. You know, you just gotta find those things that you're attracted to. And reconciliation. If you're wanting to go to a past person, I didn't really see any past energy. That is your choice. You have free will to do that. Alright, what do the spirits have to tell you? Okay, I don't have to tell you. Okay, so I guess somebody's going to start putting away dishes. I think you need to go out. You need to get a little bit grounded. You know, stay connected to the earth. Go out, meditate. You know, with Joan of Arc here, voice your truth. What is it you want to say to the world? And essentially move into your true self. And that's when all that starts coming into play. You're bringing in your soulmates. You know, possible wedding. Maybe it's with a past person. Maybe you're reconciling with friends. Who knows? Alright, that's what I got for you, Libras. Moving on to Scorpios. We are going to take a short pause, really fast though. Okay, Scorpios. Alright. I hope you're all doing well. I believe it's still Scorpio season, so happy birthday to all you Scorpios out there. Okay. Let's see whatever comes out. Magician. What are you manifesting? You're manifesting new beginnings. Some kind of spark of interest. I hope it's not with a past person. Do not be doing that. I think it's something that you built a long time foundation with. You know, but I think you need to like take that time out to reevaluate. Or maybe somebody's trying to come in and manifest something with you. You know, I think you're starting to walk away from that. I feel like you're starting to change your luck. You know, you're focused on your own goals, your own wishes. I feel like you're moving in a new direction. You know, you got this guard up against this person. I feel like you've made the judgment call. You know, you're going to focus on healing. You know, going out there to see what the world has to offer. You know, is it something you really want to give and take to? Is it something that really makes you happy, emotionally happy and content? You know, I feel like you got options ahead of that and you just need to move forward with them. You know? Take that time to nurture yourself. Show yourself a little bit of love, all right? You know, have that truth moment, that clarity. You know, is in and out communication something you really want? Or do you want to build something solid? You know, you got Queen of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Two of Pentacles. I think this is more about, you know, is this commitment really balanced? You know, does it nurture my soul? Does it help me grow? You know, is the communication clear? I see you having this epiphany moment, though. You're like, is this what I really want? I don't know. I saw a lot of aces, a lot of new beginnings. I think you need to take some time to disconnect. You know, I think your belief system and this past person's belief system is different. You know, be kind, but have that heart conversation, you know, especially if you do look at this as somebody that could be the potential one for you. You know, see if you guys are on the same level. Let's see what the spirits have to tell you. What do the spirits have to tell you? The angels. What are we going to tell Scorpios? Sacred vision, choose to forgive in order to heal. So maybe there's something that you need to forgive. Forgiveness is for you, it is not for the other person. And I feel like you're starting to focus on your dreams, your goals, your ambitions. And I feel like maybe you're starting to awaken up to that's acceptance, you know, being accepting of the situation and how it's played out. And you already know the answers that you seek. So trust yourself. All right, that's what I got for you, Scorpios. Moving on to Sagittarius. Alright, what do we got for Sagittarius? What do we have for the Saggies? Two more. What do I have for my Saggies? The Devil. And the Magician. Are you manifesting the Devil, dude? Holy shit balls. Alright.
Seems to be wanting to pop out.
What the fuck? I feel like you're manifesting some kind of change. The fuck is this Devil card? Seven of Pentacles. I got that now. Okay. I think we're overly obsessing about, like, when is this going to come in? You know, I've been working on it. I'm manifesting. I'm thinking it. Like, I'm ready for this new chapter. You know, the seed is planted. Let's spin this wheel. But, man, I think you're just the moon and the sun. Lovers. You're going through some shit there, Sagittarius. What the hell? A lot of major arcana. I think you feel like you have like some kind of gloom outlook, but you're trying to remain optimistic, especially when it comes to love. Yeah, we got the Empress too. It's like your seeds are planted and you're like, why is this not happening yet? You know? I'm coming in here, I'm giving love offers, you know, I'm nurturing situations, but are you really emotionally mature about the things? Or are you coming in kind of immature? You know, you got a little bit of fire, you give it a little bit of love, and then you kind of pull back, and then causes some kind of chaos in your life that you've got to continuously walk away from. You know, I think instinctively, you know, it's like playing with fire here. You know, and then you start focusing on your past mistakes, you know, and it's like, I don't know where to go, I don't know what direction, bitch, pick up that wand and go. You know, find that strength to do so. I feel like you're focused on the wrong relationships. You know, you're focusing on or overly focused, like obsessive about trying to have like a different chapter, starting new cycles. You want something solid, you want something to turn in your favor, but it's like, I feel like you keep falling back into the same habits, especially when it comes to love situation or people, they come in and give this little bitty apology and you're like, well, maybe I should give her something, but I feel like you just constantly give too much. And it just does nothing but cause chaos, conflict in your life and leaves you stuck in regret. And, I think it's trying to tell you have the strength to walk away from this. Maybe you need to plant seeds somewhere else, take your work and effort somewhere else. Maybe you need to travel away from that energy. Focus on what you want in your life brings you some kind of victory. What I did not see is the Fool card. So I feel like the universe is telling you, do not take a leap of faith towards this. But you have free will, so you decide what you want to do. Alright, what does the romance angels have to tell us? Heart-to-heart conversations, getting to know each other, make the effort, give a relationship a chance. So, maybe it's, you need to boil it down and be real, be honest. Maybe things have changed and you need to get to know each other. But, are you guys really putting in that effort? Alright, let's see what the angels have to say. Voice of truth and supreme protection. I feel like it's time to be really, really honest about the things that you want. And know that, if there's some kind of emotional tie or cord there, that's being healed and released. But you need to rediscover you. Who you are, what you want. Alright, Sag, that's what I have for you. Moving on to my Cappies. I'm still hungry, by the way. You can hear my background over here growling. It's like, feed me. I'm working on it. Alright, what do we got for my Capricorns? Cappies. What do I have for my Cappies? Alright, what do I have for Capricorns? The goats. What do we have for the goats? Ooh, transforming something, ending something? I think you're transforming the way you look at money. I think you're moving towards, things that bring you love in your life. Being kind of hopeful. Maybe changing your perspective up a little bit. Especially about messages you bring out in the world. I think you are focused more on your spiritual side. Or your higher commitment to yourself. You got the Two of Cups here. You're focused on having some sort of commitment. Aces. I think you're reevaluating or transforming the way you look at home life, family life, financial stability. I think you're starting to decide maybe the way you want love to come in or change the way that you love. You know, I think you've taken time out to heal, you know, look at things from maybe a higher perspective, you know, kind of hearing the call type of energy, especially when there's a soulmate that you're trying to bring in. But I think you're starting to be more open to love, but you want that love to also bring some kind of stability. I think you're trying to change cycles, having the strength to bring in some kind of offer. And whatever manifestations that you're working on, I feel like you're putting a plan in place, you're plotting. You know, you're putting that groundwork in, you're nurturing new ideas. You know, I feel like you're speaking your truth. It's something you're heavily passionate about. I feel like peace at the end. I feel like the more love you show it, maybe you can't show it a whole lot about love right now, but I feel like the more love you show it, like the more emotionally, what's the word I'm looking for? Adept you become. Like, mature maybe was the word, but I feel like this is kind of like balancing out your work and your love. You know, I feel like that's the journey you're having on to that aha moment. And I see a past person wanting to come in, you know, maybe speak their truth. Maybe trying to come in, being all like, yeah, I'm emotionally mature, but really I only have this little bitty cut to offer. So beware of that. You know, I feel like if it's something you start a family life with, it's just going to be burdened and painful. Take that for whatever it is. But I feel like there's a lot of growth here. A lot of growth. I feel like with this death card, I think it's in the Ten of Pentacles, you know, maybe you're focused on some kind of career. That's good for you. I like this, Cappy. Express your love, reconciliation, and pay attention to the red flags. That was that past person coming back, you know, but they're coming in emotionally mature, but really, do they have enough to offer? I think you should forgive, learn your lesson, and call in the soulmate that is coming towards you. All right, let's see what your angels have to say. What do the angels have to say? Phases and cycles. That's that world card there, you know. There's a beginning within every ending. Illusions are being released and revealed. Cloak of wisdom, you already know the answer you seek. And care and compassion. Choose to love. Be compassionate regardless. You know, especially with yourself. And unleash your true spirit. You know, express your gifts. Whatever that is for you. All right, Cappies, that's what I got for you. We're moving on to Aquarius. I'm thinking I should have ate.
2 more.
Alright, so what do we have for Aquarius? Alright, what do I have for Aquarius? feel like you're focused on the home right now. I think it's more about your financial responsibility towards your home at the moment, you know. But you got the Lovers in the middle, you know. Is it something you want to nurture towards this home situation, or is it something that you want to move past that's going to cause a lot of pain? You know, maybe you need to take time to balance out what truly makes you happy, you know. I feel like you're holding this all in. You know, I feel like there's love there. Like it's emotionally fulfilling to you. But I feel like you're patiently waiting for the ending of a situation. You know? Do I think you're going to handle this with maturity? Yeah, I do. You know, maybe it's a situation that makes you feel left out in the cold. And you just kind of want to tip the scales. I feel like you're being a little guarded. I think you're resistant to change or resistant to any options. You know, all you're seeing is this ending. I feel like it's time for you to get out of your head. You know, let go of any regrets or conflict you have towards this situation. I think it's time to get real. You know, maybe focus on what you're building in front of you. Alright, what's the romance angels to tell you? Passion. Healing family issues. That's coming a lot. Trust. And free yourself. You need to focus on your own passions, you know. Maybe you are working on some kind of family issues and you're trying to trust yourself. Or trust however this situation plays out for you. Alright, what do we got for Aquarius? Open communication, awakening presence, experiencing grace. With the wisdom, you already know the answer you seek. Do what you feel is right. I feel like the more open communication you got, the more that the universe is going to be standing on your side. You know? And then focus on the love that's coming in your direction. Alright, that's what I got for you, Aquarius. We are moving on to Pisces. I got for Pisces. One more, please. I got for Pisces. I feel like for you Pisces, are you dealing with an asshole? Or a bitch, one of two? Four of Wands. Here. Could be male or female. I mean, I think she's brought in a lot of mental strife towards you. Maybe it feels like you've been carrying this burden for far too fucking long. And that, you know, hit the pause button. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. I feel like they have very little off of you, though. Like this person's a liar. A very unstable liar. Kind of stuck in their ways. I feel like they get off on this victim mentality they deal with. You know, maybe they're emotionally closed off. Stubborn as a mule. I think this is a past person. I think we need to walk away from this. Whatever the hell this is. You know, take that time. Take care of yourself. You know. Find your own inner perspective. You know. I think it's an opportunity you really should not look at. Something you should move forward from. Take that leap of faith in your own direction. I feel like whatever chaos this has caused within your life, you know, it's starting to bring you some kind of balance within yourself. I feel like energetically, I don't think you really have enough to give it to anymore. I think you're wanting to leave it out, you know, behind you, leave it out in the cold, so to speak. You know, focus on those new beginnings, those new changes, and work towards that. Alright, what do we got for Pisces? What do we got for Pisces? Codependency issues, honeymoon, passion, wedding. But like if this is a marriage that's really codependent, I think you guys need to take some time apart. Do what you want though. You know, I feel like this person might be incredibly codependent on you. You know, maybe you need to spend some time doing your own things. You know, finding your own passion. Alright, what's your angels have to tell you? What your angels have to tell you? What your angels have to tell you? I think you need to focus on your own inner light. You know, what have you learned from this experience? You know? And I think you should take more time to unleash your own self. Like, who are you truly? You know, focus on your dreams, your visions, your goals. All right, that's what I got for you guys. Thanks for joining.